Welcome guys to a brand new video on solo leveling. Alright, so this is AC Gamer here to help out the global players or people that are looking forward to the global release in about 2 days. Global is coming out very soon, and this video is solely here to help you guys know which characters and weapons you want to be summoning for in terms of your reroll targets. And I do strongly advise that you guys reroll, and rerolling is extremely fast. So in terms of rerolling, just to quickly go over it, you will have to play through the game once, and once you do that and you do your summons, you go to your mailbox. I'm pretty sure pre-registration will be here, pre-registration rewards and extra summons you will get as well. You will be able to claim some stuff in here. Typically you go over to the codex as well so that you can claim some of the gems. Right now I can't claim anything because I already claimed everything. You claim all the gems, and now you have the ability to do multiple summons, and then you go over to here. Now there has been a quick change in banners that is going to be available in global. So originally this banner was not meant to be here when global launch was out, because I think originally they planned to remove Beck's banner before global launch, and then you get the new banner, which is going to be Charhain. So Charhain is going to be the exclusive banner you see on global launch, plus also silver main Beck. So I want to go over whether you should summon for him, whether you should skip out on him, and if you should summon for Charhain and the other characters you want to go for. Now quick information as well, if you guys don't know about this, but the solo leveling Arise, there's 50-50, but you get to pick the rate up list. Now when you start the game, split it between characters and weapons, because these weapons are going to be very OP and important for your song Jinwoo, and therefore your progression in the story content is going to be a lot faster, because the only character you can main and use is Song Jinwoo, so you want to make him as strong as possible, and this SSR weapons do that. Except I think the worst SSR weapon honestly is this one over here, the Vulcan Rage, so you definitely don't want to get this, but I will mention more about this later on. So when you start the game, 2 weapons, 2 characters, and either one of them you want to win 50-50 and get that. So I will go over the characters and weapons you want to be including in here as well. Sorry about the long intro, but it's very important that you guys are aware of the changes. So his banner will be available. There's going to be Charhain's banner, and it's also going to be his this standard banner over here. So worth noting as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the hunters available. Now I've spent in this game, I have all the hunters over here. So let's go over the best SSR hunters you want to reroll for. Now these are hunters that are available in the standard banner. So the standard banner, and it is the rate up banner. In standard banner you have the selection of characters over here. The 2 main important ones, guys, I am not lying, the 2 main important ones is this 2 over here. There is CEO and there is Emma. Emma is probably a little bit higher in terms of priority, because in terms of progression and being as fast as possible when you can use hunters, Emma is just insane. The AoE ability she has is really good. I will showcase the abilities they have, but in terms of putting characters in your selection list, the 2 SSR characters you want to put up is CEO and Emma. Now don't get me wrong, there's other great choices. If you guys don't want to put 2 weapons and you want to put all characters or put all hunters, the other ones you would definitely want to go ahead and use, in my opinion, is Beck. He's a great breaker, the best breaker in the game, plus great debuff ability that increases your damage. And then you can also include Min Byung as well, because you will have Charhain officially released, and she is a light character, and Min Byung buffs up light units. We will take a look at him later on as well. So these are the top 4 characters in the standard banner you should go ahead and get. But again, the 2 main ones in my opinion are CEO and Emma. Now when it comes to the SSR weapons, there's just a quick thing. The Plume Sword is the best one for, in general, the best SSR weapon in general. You obviously want to get dupes as much as possible, but this is the best weapon you want to definitely include. And now your other option is down to you. There's other weapons that are good, but in general this is the second best dark weapon in the game. The weapon you do not want to include in this list is the Scythe, because you will get this for free. You get 2 copies of this for free, so do not get this weapon. And then you also don't want to include the Vulcan Rage. It is the worst SSR weapon in the game. Now like I said, 2 other good weapons besides this 2 is honestly the Grimoire, as well as especially early on actually in progressing, this is probably going to be helping you guys in progression, because it gives you defensive ability plus damage. But in general, as you're progressing and you want to, and you're struggling, what you typically want to do is take a look at the story. I'm not going to spoil anything, guys, don't worry, but you take a look at the recommended elements, and I strongly advise that even if you don't have the weapons built up, leaving them at level 20 will help you guys out. So you just slot in the weapon type. If you don't have the best weapons and you don't have good progression, you just slot in the recommended elements and you are fine. Even if they're not SSR weapons, then they're SR, it is extremely fine. So again, for standard banner characters that you should be going to get, CO, and then let me quickly now explain why you want to get this character. So I've gone over the general gist of why you want to get who you want to get. Now you need to understand why you want to get them. Emma is one of the best support characters in the game, plus in general my go-to character that I use. Now characters in this game are split between different usage. Emma is a break character, so as you can see, she has a break ability with all of her skills. Not every single character has break. CO, another character that I recommend you guys to get, is also another break character, but you will see a bunch of the other characters don't have break abilities. It's not written there, not written there, it's not written there, not written there as well. But you also have other great breakers like Beck over here. We have Lim, guys. I would not recommend him. He is a good one, but out of all the other characters, he is not your main priority, in my opinion. He's good, but not your main priority. So yeah, he's a good breaker, but not your main priority. And then you get this guy for free, and you can use him if you want to, but most people just don't use him at all. But if he's the only SSR you have, or he shouldn't be your only SSR you have. But on day 7, you will get him for free. If you want to build multiple SSRs, you can do that. But one thing you will realize is that gold becomes extremely scarce. So be careful with that. So first of all, Emma, we take a look at the skills and why she's so important, is this ability over here. So understand what Emma does is you basically want to stack. She has abilities known as heat absorption and heat emission. You want to stack heat absorption to 15 instances. Now to do that, what you want to do is use this skill first, which we'll take a look at the animations. So you use the skill first, and then you use her basic attack and then the core attack, and then at the bottom you see 15 stacks. Once you do, you use the flame cleave. This converts the heat absorption, which gives you, as you can see, a shield, recovers HP and defense, but you switch to the heat emission and it basically allows you to increase your damage in general. And you want to do that before you actually use her ultimate skill, which I do want to level up. There we go. We're gonna level that up. I don't know why I didn't level it up. So again, quick rotation, and in general the damage is insane. The best support character from one of the best damage dealers in the game, but when global comes out, he will not be available for you guys. So that's unfortunate, but he might get power crept in the future, so it might be a good idea. Well, it might be good for global players that he's not in the banner right now. But yeah, even if you can't get him, she is still a great character because she is one of the best breakers in the game. Obviously, Beck is the best breaker in terms of actually breaking the bosses. Some bosses have break bars, and you can break it down. And if you break it down, you're able to deal more damage to the enemy. So it's very important that you break it. And in general, Emma is just better to use. So yeah, good damage, great break ability, great utility as well with the heat absorption and the heat emission. And the second character is CO. She's basically a spammable character. You can spam her skills as much as possible. The issue you will run into is the MP cost, because the fact that you can spam it means you run out of MP as fast as possible. So she does insane damage, one of the best damage dealers and one of the most important character, because when you unlock encore missions and you unlock this guy, she's the only DPS that can help you guys clear this properly, and she's important for that reason. But yeah, there is stages where obviously elemental advantages come into play. So as you can see, these characters deal less damage if you see the down arrow. But in general, the best two hunters to go for when you're rerolling standard characters is Emma and CO. But other good ones that you can keep the account is if it's Min Byung. He has healing ability, but you don't use him from healing. You don't use him for healing. He does use healing. He does have some healing capabilities, but his healing is not great at all. But what he has for you guys is when Charhain comes out, he's going to be the best buffer for Charhain. The ability to increase damage taken by 15%. There we go. Yep, 15% plus the ability with this one over here, where it increases your crit damage and the user's damage dealt and crit rate is increased by 12%. So this increases the amount of damage you deal plus your crit damage and crit rate. So if you have him, keep the account. If you have Beck, if you get Beck as well, keep the account and then reroll or summon, on the exclusive banner that is going to be out. So there we go. So in terms of good characters to reroll for, Emma first, CO second, third, and then fourth for standard banner characters, in my opinion. That's how it goes. And then when it comes to the exclusive characters, so the rate up characters, it's going to be Beck and Charhae. Now, Beck is a very, very good DPS character. The issue is when you guys are starting this game, you guys are going to suck at playing. You guys are not going to be able to, dodge accurately. It's going to take you a while to actually understand the combat and get used to it, because Beck is a character that deals damage to himself. He is a berserker. His HP is going to be extremely low, and if you can't manage that, you are going to deal doo-doo damage and you're going to die every single time. So he's a hit or miss for many people, but his damage in general is actually very, very good. He's a good character. Another issue with Beck is, since they kind of messed up the banner, well, not really messed it up, they extended it to go run through during global. The thing is, his own exclusive event goes away. Now, the exclusive event basically gives you his weapon, which actually helps him out a lot. So this over here is going away in 1 day and 19 hours. When global comes out, this will be gone. You won't be able to get this. And I think the reason why they did that is so that you guys can spend to get his exclusive weapon from the shop. Let me quickly check. I believe it's in special. Yeah, so yeah, that's why they did that. Oh, you scummy. That's actually a scummy decision right there. This is expensive. In general, would not recommend buying it, but because this is going to be available when global launch is out, many whales will buy this because this is the only way to get his weapon besides crafting it normally. So this is extremely distasteful in my opinion. But another reason why you probably don't want to summon for him just yet. Good DPS, but not for everyone. And then you're going to have Charhae. I don't know how good she is right now because she's not in the game, but she's probably going to be good. She's the main female lead of solo leveling, so it makes sense for her to be good. So that's it with the hunters. Now let's go over to the weapons. Weapons are in general going to be, actually, let me see. They didn't add the new, so basically this weapon over here that you see, this weapon was a new weapon, and I don't think they added it in the special ones. So I don't know if when Charhae comes out they will actually add it, but I hope they add it because it kind of sucks that it's not here. So as you can see, it's not here, but I do hope they had it there because it would suck. Okay, so in general, the weapons, I've already briefly gone over the best ones, but anyways, any SSR weapon, keep the account. If you get a weapon and a hunter with the limited resources you get from the reroll process, keep the account, excluding if you get this Vulcan Rage, then you probably want to start again. Unless you get like a really strong hunter, then you can keep the account, because just getting a SSR weapon in general is just going to help your account progression. And yeah, so any SSR weapon will do, but obviously there is a disparity between the best SSR weapon and the one that is not good. You can only summon weapons for Song Jinwoo. You can't summon weapons for the hunters. So quick understanding of what to go for. Any of the weapons will do. You probably don't want to get the scythe though, even though it's really good. You probably don't want to get it because you do get this for free. Where is the challenge? There we go, challenge is over here. So it is going to take you a while before you can actually get a weapon anyways, but I would still not recommend trying to get this weapon. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so when it comes to rate up list, 2 characters, 2 weapons. If you get a weapon, if you get the weapons that you wanted, even if you don't get the weapons you wanted and it's just any of the other one besides the Vulcan Rage, just keep re-rolling, or keep summoning to see what you can get in that account before deciding to completely re-roll again. So yeah, there's a lot of good options, guys. Having a weapon will help your progression. Having an SSR weapon will help your progression, because in story, it's all Song Jinwoo. Like story is very important because that's how you unlock all the other content in here. So you need to be strong. Yeah, hopefully you find this video helpful. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.